This is one of the harshest places on Earth. Here, the cold is an absolute law, a force that refines the strongest through pain and endurance. And it is in this adversity that nature reveals its wildest moments. Take a moment to immerse yourself in this film, to see nature more raw and more severe than you might have imagined. Siberia, a territory covering nearly 1/10 of the Earth's land surface, stretches from the Eurasian border to the Pacific Ocean. Within this vast expanse, dense taiga forests and frozen tundra rise like fortresses of stone. From the taiga forests, the icy current of life and death begins its flow. Amid the shadows of the Russian Far East, one of the planet's most formidable predators emerges, the Siberian tiger. It is considered the largest and most resilient of the great cats, capable of growing to over 10 feet in length and weighing up to 660 pounds. Its coat is so dense that in winter, its underfur can grow to over 4 inches long, an essential adaptation for survival. Each of its stripes is unique, like a fingerprint. In an environment that constantly seeks to extinguish every breath, this giant is living proof that nature knows how to create the perfect warrior. In this brutal world, a mistake means death. Every movement costs energy, and energy is the currency of life. That is why the tiger waits, watching. The slightest sound beneath nearly 2 feet of snow can be enough to trigger an attack. Claws against bark, brute strength, pure instinct. When victorious, its roar echoes through the forest like dry thunder. And then everything returns to the Siberian silence. From the taiga forests, the icy flow takes us northward to the most extreme reaches of the Arctic. This land, where ice and snow persist year-round and the night can last for 40 days, is home to the polar bear, the largest terrestrial carnivore on the planet. Adult males can weigh over 1,700 pounds. When standing on their hind legs, they are more than 10 feet tall. On the ice, they reign supreme, as dangerous as the cold that surrounds them. Despite their white appearance, their fur is actually translucent, and their skin is black, to better absorb heat from the sun. The polar bear lives in constant motion, a solitary hunter tracking seals across the ice. When the sea opens, it dives, swimming over 37 miles without rest, as if the frozen ocean were merely an extension of its territory. The silence conceals an urgent need, hunger. With slow, deliberate steps, it enters the frigid water. Every movement is precise. Its enormous body is camouflaged by the white landscape. Just ahead, on a floe, a seal is resting, unaware of the approaching danger. Suddenly, the bear erupts from the water. fast, instinctive, lethal. In the Arctic, there is no room for hesitation. From the surface of the ice, we dive into the undercurrents of the Arctic Ocean, where a creature of legend reigns. They are called unicorns of the sea, but that title is too gentle for their true nature. With a tusk that can grow to over 10 feet, the narwhal cuts through the icy water like a living spear. But this structure is not a weapon. It is a highly sensitive sensory organ with over 10 million nerve endings, capable of detecting minute changes in the water. In the Middle Ages, Vikings sold these spiral tusks at exorbitant prices, claiming they had the power to cure poisoning. At that time, a narwhal horn could be worth more than its weight in gold. Alone, the narwhal dives to depths of nearly 5,000 feet. Each dive is a risk. If the sea freezes over above, there will be no way back. The icy flow not only shapes animals, but it also forges entire cultures. We journey to the Yamal Peninsula in northwestern Siberia, home to one of the last nomadic peoples on Earth, the Nenets. They maintain one of the largest reindeer herds in the world in one of the planet's most extreme climates. Twice a year, they drive their herds for hundreds of miles. At the end of winter, they move north. In autumn, they return south. This millennial journey is known as the Kaslani. They dismantle their chum tents, prepare their sledges, and set off. They move to the rhythm of the reindeer, and the reindeer follow the cycle of the land. But this journey is increasingly under threat. With climate change, the ice thaws earlier. And with economic expansion, ancient routes are being interrupted by oil pipelines. But one thing is certain. In this land without borders, the Nenets and the reindeer travel together. Because for them, stopping has never been an option. But not all are in motion. In Siberia, some have chosen to face the icy flow by standing still. In eastern Siberia, within the Republic of Yakutia, winter reigns almost year-round. In the midst of this frozen territory is its capital, Yakutsk, the coldest city in the world, where water and sewage pipes run outside the houses. In Oymyakon, the cold goes even further. It is considered the coldest inhabited village on the planet. In 1933, the thermometer recorded -90 degrees Fahrenheit. In Oymyakon, the air is so cold that any metal becomes a trap. A single touch is enough for skin to stick and tear away. And yet, children still go to school. Classes are only cancelled when the thermometer drops below -62 degrees Fahrenheit. Further north, Verkhoyansk faces a different challenge. In winter, the bitter cold is constant, but in summer, the thermometer can exceed 86 degrees Fahrenheit. In 2020, the city recorded 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Further east, where the wind is like a razor's edge, another people learned to survive by creating an ally from the icy flow. Long before engines and railways, there were the Chukchi, an indigenous people of eastern Siberia who faced winters of -76 degrees Fahrenheit. To traverse this unforgiving land, they created an ally, fast, reliable, and tireless. The Siberian husky was not born as a companion dog, but as a crucial tool for survival. The selection took place over centuries, shaped by necessity. Only the dogs that could withstand the intense cold, travel long distances on little food, and knew how to work as a team were kept. Today, there are thousands of huskies around the world, but each one still carries its past in its eyes. Because they were not bred for comfort, they were forged to withstand the impossible. The icy flow is not just tundra. To the south of Siberia, it solidifies into magnificent rocky peaks, the Altai. Long ago, enormous glaciers covered these mountains. When they retreated, they left behind valleys, lakes, and rock formations that still bear the marks of the ice's path. Within the Altai, there is a place even more isolated, the Chulishman Valley, a place so remote it remains almost pristine. Access is difficult, via dirt roads that only four-wheel drive vehicles can manage. Steep sections like the Katu Yarik Pass demand skill and courage. Chulishman is a wild sanctuary. Eagles soar over its canyons, and petroglyphs tell stories of the cultures that lived there thousands of years ago. The region is so unique that UNESCO has declared it a World Heritage Site, one of the few places on the planet where tundra, taiga, steppe, and glacier coexist, and where the snow leopard still roams its secret paths. Amidst the frozen valleys of the Altai, there is a creature that defies all expectations. Its name is the wolverine. Small in size, but boundless in courage. The size of a medium dog, it confronts wolves, drives off lynx, and has even been seen stealing kills from bears. Its body is a survival machine. Powerful muscles, wide paws, and jaws capable of crushing bone like dry twigs. It climbs trees, crosses glaciers, and when prey is scarce, it does not waste energy. It waits. And the moment it detects a sign of weakness, it attacks with swift ferocity. In the 1970s, the Wolverine inspired the creation of one of pop culture's most iconic characters, Wolverine. Ultimately, nature forged the original, and fiction merely followed in its tracks. But the Altai is not just home to terrestrial predators. The skies above have a master hunter of their own. In the frozen kingdom of Siberia, few hunters are as resilient as the osprey. Its body is slender, adapted for flight and precision diving. Its long, curved wings form an M shape in the sky when extended. But most impressive is its gaze. Golden, piercing, almost hypnotic eyes evolved to spot a moving fish from hundreds of feet in the air. The osprey is patient, calculating, and when the opportunity arises, it dives like an arrow. But the pufferfish reacts. It inflates. It becomes an unstable weight. And when the situation threatens its own stability, the osprey does what it must to survive. In Siberia, even the masters of flight must know when to let go. And if survival in the sky depends on instinct, on the frozen ground of Siberia, it depends on luck and the cold. Between the frozen capital of Yakutsk and the isolated port of Magadan, there is a road that should not exist. A ribbon of ice and mud that cuts through the coldest territory on Earth. Its official name is the Kolyma Highway. But for those who live there, it has another name, one that carries the truth behind every mile, the Road of Bones. During the Soviet era, prisoners were forced to build the road in conditions so brutal that death was commonplace. The frozen ground was too hard to dig graves. With no other option, the guards used the bodies of the dead as foundation, covering them with the same frozen earth that had condemned them. To this day, the route still exacts its price. A single broken-down vehicle is enough for the cold to do what it has always done: claim a life. Despite all its harshness, the Kolyma possesses an indomitable beauty. The Road of Bones shows the worst and the best of Siberia, and continues to decide who passes, who stays, and who never returns. Leaving this harsh land, we understand something simple and profound. Siberia is not just a place. It is a force that continues to live within us. A reminder that even in the most hostile scenarios, there is always room to continue, to persist, and to overcome. If this film has left a deep impression on your heart, please subscribe now to join me in exploring the next mysteries of Mother Nature.